Hi friends, welcome back. Very good morning. Last class we have done with project creation, package creation, class creation, pack interface creation with the standards, and we have discussed about what is a class and what is a interface. That's we have seen that. Let's recap that class, interface, and let's have a abstract class creation. So friends, what is a class means? A class is a plate or a plan or a blueprint, anything we can say. What class plan describes means we could say class plan describes some set of properties and some set of behaviors. Properties means data, behaviors are nothing but methods. What kind of behaviors those means? Behaviors. Concrete behavior means what? The behavior which is having some body. Okay, the behavior which is having some body is called concrete behavior. Friends, we are getting some backend noise. Can you please be in mute? Don't mind.
Yes, sir, I couldn't hear you. I don't know whether it...
Oh, sorry. Can you?
Yeah, now I'm hearing you.
Suddenly it went to mute. My mouse went there and clicked on mute. Sorry for that. So any class defined properties, behaviors, if you want to access means through class object creation only it is possible. Create how many you want, you many create and you can access them. That's what is the class. Now it's done. Now next we have talked about interface also. So interface means what? Okay, hiding the implementation details while exposing service names is called as a interface. Okay, now what interface describes? Yes, it describes or defines or it contains methods only. What type of methods? Abstract methods. Inside the class, properties and concrete behaviors. Inside the interface, it contains methods of type abstract methods or abstract behaviors. Abstract behaviors means it don't have any body, open close curly brackets, just method ends with semicolon, just method prototype. That's it. This kind of methods we call as an abstract methods. This kind of methods we call as an concrete methods. Do remember? Okay, na? Yes, this type of called concrete methods, and this type we call abstract methods or abstract methods. So interface having 100% abstract methods. How can we access? Can we create object for interface? No, we cannot. See here, it is not allowing to create object. So you suppose RBI I1 equals to new RBI. Is it allowing to create object for RBI interface? No, see what is saying that. Cannot instantiate the type RBI. No, it cannot instantiate. So So how can we access them? Means we cannot access directly. Indirectly we can access after implementing this interface abstract methods in some child classes. With that child class reference we can access, or indirectly with the polymorphism implementation we can access. That's what we are seeing that. So where we have implemented this RBA abstract methods in some child classes like HDFC class, ICSA class, Kotak class, Axis class, like in all the classes wherever you want to implement. So in that respective classes, here just we have used the implements keyword and give the interface name, asking for the child error like you want to implement the unimplemented methods of RBI. Yes, you click on that, then what are all the unimplemented methods from RBI will be get override in the HDFC class like this. So who can access these overridden methods? In which class you overdone? HDFC. Through HDFC class reference only we can access deposit and withdraw. Same ICSA starting their services, they have to follow the rules of the RBI. So they are implementing the RBI into ICSA and implementing all their implementations, and these are getting accessed with this class reference variable ICSA reference only. I can access this like this. We can, or after implementing we can access like this way also. Interface RBI reference variable and creating like this. This reference referring to the ICSA HDFC, like nothing but ICSA object I was storing into the RBI reference. HDFC object I was storing into the RBI reference. So with this I can access deposit withdrawal. Compilation time deposit withdrawal are coming from RBI. Runtime these methods are being executed of these object implemented methods. So even here deposit withdrawal are coming from RBI. See RBI. Even this also coming from RBI. Compilation time showing these two methods are of I-type RBI interface methods, but runtime these are getting executed of this object implemented methods of deposit withdrawal are going to be executed. That's what we have seen in the last session, right? So one thing is in which class you implemented, through the class we can access, or through interface using polymorphism concept. Yes, we can access here with this reference is coming, right? With this reference is calling, right? Got it, friends? Understood, friends? This is what we have done in the last session. Now today we'll be talking about abstract class. As some people, as for refreshing, I explained same thing again, and some more new journeys came. That's why I was recap all those things. Now we are going to be talking about abstract class. Okay, how we create a class? Similar way, just create a class. There you check the checkbox as an abstract checkbox. Then the class becomes as an abstract class. Let's come on. Let's do that. Any package, you right click on that. Any package, right click on that. New class. Now we are getting abstract class. Okay. First abstract some class name I was giving. Yes, class having default modifier is public, and super class always be the object. No issues for that. Now this class I want to make it as an abstract class, means simple you check this checkbox. You check this checkbox abstract. Then this class represents as an abstract class. Yeah, click on finish. Now see friends, normal class will have that access modifier, class keyword and class name. So abstract class contains abstract when keyword comes. Okay, fine. So friends, now what abstract class describes, what abstract class contains. Now before that we have to talk what class contains. Means it contains properties and behaviors of type concrete behaviors. Come to the interface. Inside the interface, what it describes means it describes the behaviors of type abstract behaviors. Now talking about that abstract class. In this abstract class, what it describes means it describes properties and behaviors. What type of behaviors? Yes, both concrete and abstract behaviors. Both are encouraged in this abstract class. Properties and behaviors of type concrete and abstract. See here, int x equal to some 100 I was given. And behaviors, so what behaviors we can encourage here means concrete and abstract. See here, public void some m1 I was giving. This is a concrete method. M1 concrete from M1 concrete from first abstract. And also it describes the abstract behaviors also. So how we give abstract behavior, friends? Is this syntax or not? For defining abstract method. Come on, friends.
Yeah, without body. Yes.
But it is getting the error. See, friends, in RBA interface, we have declared two methods of abstract. Here we are given. Okay. Here it is not allowing the same process. Why? Which means, see, my friends, if any error you noticed, just make best practice in mouse hovering and see that error message. Down some quick fixes are available. Read that error message and tell me the quick fix. Come on. What is the error message says? What quick fix can we use? Come on.
Change first abstract to do abstract.
Exactly. See, friends, see the error message. This method required a body instead of semicolon. Error itself is misguiding us, asking to instead of semicolon, use the body saying that. No. Let's see quick fix what is available. Add body. No, I don't want to add the body. Then what chance we can take? Change first abstract M2 to the abstract. Yes. Friends, you may have it out, Ravi. In interface also, you define same like, but there we didn't give any abstract keyword, but in this abstract methods, you are giving abstract keyword. Why means? So friends, inside the abstract class abstract methods, we must explicitly give the abstract keyword. Where in the case of interface abstract methods, implicitly it contains abstract keyword. No need to give. See, even if explicitly give also not issue. Getting, friends? What I'm saying that explicitly no need to give for interface abstract methods. Implicitly it contains abstract keyword. But in case of abstract class abstract methods, explicitly you must give this abstract keyword. If you're not giving means, use the error. Got it, friends? Understood? Yes. So abstract class describes properties and behaviors. What kind of behaviors means? Concrete behaviors and abstract behaviors. Now tell me, friends, how can I access this abstract class properties and behaviors? How can I? Come on. Can anyone guess? How can I access this? How can I access this? Come on.
Through object.
Through object. Okay. It should be created in a main method, right? Yes.
Yes.
Just main control space enter. Now let's try to create object for this first abstract class. Okay. So let's try to create it. Okay. First abstract obj equals new first abstract. Is it allowing? Is it allowing? No. How interface is not allowing to create object directly, even for abstract class also. It never encourages to create an object for this abstract class. Here, what is saying that? Cannot instantiate the type first abstract. How the same error came for interface while creating object? The same error we have noticed here while creating object for the abstract class. Why means? See, friends, in interface, 100% abstract methods. Abstract methods don't have any body. There is no meaning of creating object and accessing this abstract methods. Even in the abstract class also, we having one concrete and one abstract behavior is there. We don't have any body implementation. What is the mean of creating object? What is the mean of accessing that? That's why even for abstract class also, it will never encourage to create an object. So what we can do, same process. How we have implemented that interface abstract methods in some child classes. Abstract class methods also must be get implemented in the child class. But the difference is there here is here RB is 100% abstract methods. Everything needs to get override in the child class. But in the abstract class, which are unimplemented, those only must be get implemented in the child class. Just example, I'm correlating these two examples. For example, long back I said you. So friends, father is having two empty lands, which is nothing but interface. He wants to give his two property lands to the child. He wants to start development. Son has started developing on what father has given the property and got access with the from which class you have implemented, with the class reference only we access. Now coming to that, friends, we're getting some cup noise. Can you please be in a mute? Please. Cup noise is coming, please. Okay. You enjoy your breakfast and tea, no issues, but class is getting disturbed, right? That's what. Please try to understand. Okay, fine. So fine. So like see here, coming to the abstract class here, some concrete methods and some abstract methods are there. To correlate that live example, father is having two properties. One is already constructed building called M1 and which is empty land like M2. Like these two properties are there. Okay, these two properties are which has to be implemented. M2 only needs to be implemented. So father wants to see son's improvement, and what father is doing, he is giving whatever is empty land he's having, like unimplemented behavior, he'll be giving to the child. Child will start developing on that what is father given like that. Same way, the first abstract class having the abstract method should be get implemented in some child classes. Okay, so let me create one child class. In something. Okay, in this class I want to implement that first abstract class abstract groups. Friends, implementing the abstract class behaviors into child class, we use the keyword called extends, not implements. For interface abstract methods to implement, we use the implements keyword. Okay, but abstract class abstract methods will be get implemented into the child class while using the extends keyword. Okay, so here extends represents as an inheritance. Okay, yes, what to extend here? First abstract. Okay, first abstract. So what I will do here, same error is cutting here, same error is cutting here, like how that interface is being implemented in child classes in HDFC and ICSA. Once we are implementing the interface RBA, how we get the error on HDFC and ICSA? Same way, when I was extending that first abstract class into the child class, same error will be getting caught. See at mouse over and see that error message. What is saying that? That type child must implement the inherited abstract methods of first abstract. So what are all the unimplemented methods are there in the first abstract class? Must implement in child class. Do you want to implement in this child? Yes, I want to implement. Just click on add unimplemented methods. See, only unimplemented methods are coming here. What is unimplemented in the first abstract? M2, right? That we are giving here. So I'm giving this out. M2 were written from class. So who will access this M2 method, friends? Who will access this M2 method? Who can access this method? Child, because we have given implementation in child class. With the child class reference only, we can access. But friends, who? Okay, M2 has implemented in this child class, but M1 is where? In first abstract. Yes, extends is the terminology inheritance. So inheritance meaning what? Acquiring one class properties behaviors into another class is called inheritance. See in the live class, in the live session also, in the live example also, parental buildings and empty land generally will be given to whom? Children or not? Same way here. Okay. So here child class object I was creating means with the child class reference I can access child class methods and extended parent class methods will be get access. Now with this child reference I can access M1 from first abstract and M2 from child class. Both will be get access. See here? Yes, I am M1 concrete from first abstract. I am M2 Waverdon from child class. Friends, think practically. Friends, here father is having 100 years old building which is nothing but M1. Father is having one more property empty land called M2. End of the day, these two properties will be given to the child only. You know that, and inherently the parentals will be given to empty lands or buildings will be given to the child only. But father is 70 years old, he having small desire because he's not feeling healthy. Doctor says he will be no more after 6 months. Okay, and father wants to see his son's development. So what he is doing, M1 is already developed, building is constructed, no worries for that. But M2, which is yet to develop, so father wants to see his son's development until his last breath. What father is doing is giving his empty land to the child. Yes, child started developing on that. Okay, this property belongs to child only. Anyhow, this parent, the first abstract property also belongs to child only. That's why both can exist. Friends, at any cost, lastly, this M1 also will be given to the parent, child only. Okay, given. Child can use that M1 like this, or he can redefine. Agree or not? Even father is giving 100 years old building to the child, means child can use that 100 years old building as it is, or if he is not liking, he can demolish and he can redefine that building or not. He can override that building or not, as he like. Friends, agree or not? What friends?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
M1 I'm using where what parent has defined. M1 is defined by whom? First abstract. This I am accessing here. As it is, I am accessing M1 from which what parent has defined, come from concrete first abstract. As it is, I was using. If child is not liking M1, which is defined by the first abstract, child can remodify it. Yes, child can remodify it. Yes, what parent have that first M1? Okay, that M1 can be redefined in this child class also. M1 overridden from. See friends, now if I run this, see here getting override symbol, getting. Now it will use that child class redefined M1. I am M1 overridden from child class. It is not giving first abstract M1 because it was being override, and reference is what type? Child type. Yes, child will first check parent. In parent class it contains M1 is yes if there, even though child also having M1, reference is what type? Child type. So that's why child M1 method is going to be executed. Friends, I hope everyone is clear, right? Okay, if parent class methods, if you're not liking, you can override that override methods, we can get access. Understood friends, the concept of class, interface and abstract class. Is everyone clear? Friends,
Yes.
can you please tell me?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I think everyone is clear about the class, interface and abstract class. If any is a newly joined today, don't worry. On Friday we have done with the project creation and class creation interface we discussed. Okay, I'll be sharing you the recordings from tomorrow onwards. You can go through that and you can practice that. Okay, don't worry for that. Don't worry. I'll be
in
helping
abstract classes. Hello, sir.
you. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
In abstract classes, do we require to create child that concrete method?
Yeah. Yes. See, abstract class contains concrete methods and abstract methods. Both in
So, for abstract method, we have given explicitly abstract keyword. Okay.
yes, we must
So,
do that.
okay. So why it can be for concrete method as well,
Concrete method?
abstract keyword.
No. Should not. See, we should not do. For abstract methods, what is an abstract method? Without body is called abstract method. So we have to give the explicitly abstract keyword to represent as the abstract method.
So what is the difference between interfaces and this abstract classes,
See,
and where we will use it?
see, that's what. See, some requirements. Sorry for disturb something. 1 second. Someone is asking question. 1 second. Sorry to disturb you, sir. How much session I had missed? 10 minutes. Okay. So Hemant, this is the first class you joined, sir. Is the first class after the demo? Yes. Okay. After the demo, this is the first class. Yeah. One more class is missed, sir. One more class is missed. That's a project creation. class creation and interface. These are things you missed. Only one class you missed out. Don't worry, I'll be sending you that recordings for that. Okay, just follow that. Okay, sir. Yeah. And Aman, I think I'm coming to your point. 1 second. What is that? Audience identities. Okay. So Aman, you asked a question, right? Yes. So here, friends, here in interface, it takes only the 100% abstractness. You feel like yes, you know the requirements are 100% dynamic, then we define as an interface. When the requirements are somewhat static, some requirements are dynamic, then you go with the abstract class. Okay, getting it? Based on it, we'll go with interface or abstract class like this. Some requirements are freezed. Some requirements are freezed. Go with some requirements are not freezed. Then go some requirements are dynamic, not freezed dynamic. Some requirements are freeze means like this. Then go with the abstract class. So all the requirements are dynamic. What you are going to be start the service. That's everything is dynamic. Just you want to provide the services. Everyone they want to utilize their own services, right? See, suppose here some graphics websites, some logo designing are there. You know, right? Some logo designing apps are there. So what they will do, they will be providing some icons, some designs and flow charts like this. So how you design, you will be customizing yourself, right? Right on. Presentations, take the presentations, some third-party presentation tools are there, softwares are there. We are purchasing them, we are building accordingly here. They are providing the syntaxes, they are providing services, and we are building all those things, right? The same way. So if your requirements are not static, those are dynamic, then you provide as services. These services will be get implemented. Whoever wants to use the service to implement, they'll be call that, they'll be implement that, they'll be accessing that. Got it, sir? Understood?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So any more doubts, friends, before going to the next concept? So class, inter. Yeah, go ahead.
We have seen child class, but we haven't called the child class through main method abstract. Can you
yes,
first?
here also we can call. Yes, here also we can call. So directly for abstract class, we cannot create an object because why? Here someone abstract method is there. There is no meaning of accessing that abstract method. See, that's what is saying that cannot instantiate the type first abstract. So in the indirectly we can call through polymorphism concept. How in the interface we have called interface reference referring to the implemented classes. Similar way here also we can do that. See here, first abstract class obj. I'm creating this reference where this reference I was storing the child class object. Now here obj dot, here we can see m1 is coming from where? First abstract. M2 is coming from where? First abstract. Why it is showing first abstract? Reference is what type, friends? OBJ reference is what type? First abstract type. But runtime, it will be referring to if the first abstract methods M1, M2 are being overridden in the child class means runtime it refers to execute child class M1, M2. See here is the polymorphism concepts. M1 overridden from child class, M2 overridden from child class. Executing or not? What, friends?
Yeah.
Understood? If M1 is not override in the child class, then M1 will be compilation time takes as a first abstract M1. Runtime also first abstract M1 will get executed when M1 is not override in the child class. M2 means must it be execute the child class override method. But M1, M2 both are override in the child class means yes. Compilation time, these two are showing as a first abstract. Runtime it executing as a child class implemented M1, M2. Got it, friends? Understood?
Yeah.
Same how interface we call with polymorphism implementation. One interface reference to multiple implemented classes. The similar way is one abstract reference. See, in this one abstract reference, this method abstract methods can be get implemented in many child classes. So we can use obj equals to new child class, obj equals to new some child one, obj equal to new child three like this. We can like any number of. Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Clear. Now, yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Ravi Kanth, this is Mubashir here. So the Samir.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
Yeah,
like,
some-
I'm new to Java.
Okay.
I'm new to Java, so sometimes I feel like when I study sometime, but the thing is, like, I cannot implement the logic, so I feel like boring and like quite overwhelming to me.
Okay.
So how can I do
So
something to?
yeah, sir. Your voice is breaking, sir. Your voice is
Oh, sorry.
breaking.
Yeah. So the thing is, like,
you are new to the Java. You are new to the Java, right? You don't know any concepts. You have gone through so many things.
Right.
But don't worry,
Right.
sir. We are talking about Java startingly. After completion of Java only, we are moving to the Selenium. Not at parallel. Selenium Java will goes on. First, after completion of hours of core Java, then we'll go with the Selenium, friends. So whatever concepts 20 to 25 hours I was teaching, every point without missing we are using, friends. Every point what I was saying very clearly, every point it will be using a Selenium, friends. Don't be take it as like all these concepts. If some people may think I know Java, don't worry, please follow the rules, because I was teaching the Java with the rules and regulations, terms and conditions, rules and regulations, syntaxes. I'll be following that. So most of the people will be irregularly learning the things without knowing the syntaxes, all those things, rules and regulations. Okay, if you're wise, you're very strong, then you can build more things. That's what I said you, like if you want to develop your web driver scripts, is entirely is up to you. How much you are sounds good in programming knowledge, that much you can build your Selenium automation scripts. Don't worry, friends. If anybody feeling like in comfort of Java, I don't know, but coming to my classes, everything makes you perfect. Trust me and believe me, and I will be giving you some assignments, friends, based on that concept basis, whatever we're discussing. And from next week onwards, I'll be giving you that assignments also, concept basis. You can practice that, you have to practice that. And I also tell you how to debug your scripts as well. So most of the people, without knowing the foundations, irregularly they'll be following and writing the code without knowing the concepts. That is a one basic problem they do that. Once you know that foundation strong, the next problem is troubleshootings. You're writing a course with knowing the syntaxes. The main thing is you're unable to troubleshoot where exactly issue is noticing that. So I will tell you how to debug the scripts also. One whole day we'll talk about debugging that. So where is the fumble? Even you don't know any working flow also, any code is there in your hands. You don't know how to how the code is going to flow the action, right? So while through this debugging concept only, we can go through and know all the working flows, where it is going, when it is going, what data is staring, the variable, everything will come to know. Okay, don't worry. Okay, we are with you.
And I have thanks. And I have one more question. Like when you said like static and dynamic, what does it mean by static and dynamic actually?
See, requirements here static. Here requirements are freeze. That's called static. Okay, here requirements are not static, dynamic. That's why I given a service name as an abstract method. So I am dynamically defining, right? As I required, I was defining my functionality.
Okay.
It's 100% dynamic. Requirements are not freezed. That's why I call as a dynamic as a technology. Requirements are dynamic. Vendor to vendor. Right or not? See, this child class has implemented with his own implementation for this M2 method. But tomorrow child 1 class comes. They also want the same M2, but they want their own implementation. Dynamically, requirement is changing at vendor to vendor. Is it or not? The utilizing the service and implementing as own definitions, right?
Right.
Child 1, child 2, child 3. See, example, right? Okay.
Right.
That's what.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, I will be talking about access modifiers. Some people asking like, what is that access modifiers, all those things. After the access, non-access we talk. Then we'll talk about return types, data types, variable types, everything we'll talk like. Some people asking what is a void, something like this. Everything will be covered, friends. Okay. Now we are talking about access, non-access modifiers. Later on, I'll talk about data types, variable types, then we'll talk about return types also. Okay. One by one I'll talk. Whatever point, everything is valid, friends. Be patient. And someone is asking question. I am also new to Java. How to start learn Java from scratch, because I can't understand abstract and static package. Yes, Hemanta. So as just we have discussed about class, interface, and abstract class. I didn't gone through that what is abstract or what is static. Nothing I discussed. Now we are talking about axis, non-axis modifiers. Okay. Now I am talking about axis, non-axis. Then we'll come to know what is abstract, what is static. Okay. All those things. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Don't worry. So friends, now we are going to be talking about axis, non-axis modifiers. Okay. Axis and non-axis modifiers. Okay. Let me open that document. First document. So you will be getting the recordings, you'll be getting that documents, okay? Everything you'll get that. Okay, friends, all these definitions I have given your class, interface, everything, okay? Fine. So friends, here I want to say what is a Java program means. A Java program is a combination of Java classes. So combination of classes together is called one Java program. Yes. Suppose you want to place an order for specific product. First of all, you must register a customer in a customer portal. Registering a customer in a customer portal is one program. And after that, you must update the customer, activate the customer in administration portal. Friends, every application you develop, customer facing portal will be there, administration portal will be there. Right or wrong? Yes. And the customer portal, customer registration form program, we are writing that. In administration application, we are activating the customer what we have registered. And third third class, I was placing the order for the registered customer. 3 programs. Total together only I can place an order. It's like this. So see, that's what I'm saying that a Java program is combination of Java classes together is called as a one Java program. Yes. There can be any number of Java classes. There can be any number of Java classes, but at most max one class can be a public. Okay, let me tell you this point. Friends, as of now, we have created the Java classes individually like this. Individually like this. Child, first time like this number of classes we created. Now, what I am saying, my intention, we can also create a, I'm creating one class called A, something like this. Within the class, I can have more than one classes. Here I was creating class A. We can have like this more than one classes. We can have like this. So earlier we created separate classes, third class, second class, ICSA class, HTML class. We can also have a classes within a class, like multiple classes like this we can have. Okay, like this. That's what I'm saying that. So a Java program is combination of Java classes. That can be the same class or different classes, doesn't matter. Okay. There can be any number of Java classes, but at most max one class can be a public modifier. Okay, only public modifier. One class only can have a public modifier. Here, this is a public modifier. Only for one class only must be a public modifier. What if I give more than one class? I'm giving public modifier means what happens? Getting the error. Getting the error. If you are maintaining more than one classes, at most only one class only must have a public modifier. Not should be a more than one class. Okay, more than one class should not be there. Okay, what I will do? I will be removing public for this. I will be removing public for this. Why? Why again showing error? As per the rule, at most only one class can have a public. Why? Let's come this here. There can be a number of Java classes, no doubt at all. But at most max one class can be public. As per the rule, I followed. As per the rule, I followed. Where when there is a public class, then the name of the program and the name of the public class should match. Otherwise, compile time. Once again, when there is a public class, then the name of the program and the name of the public class should match. Otherwise, compile time. See here, at most only one class can have a public. Which class is having a public modifier? The class name also must be as a.java. A class is having public modifier, right? So save name also must be a.java. See here, we already saved with the c.java. See what I'm doing for C class, I'm having public. See, is any of this coming? No. Which class is having a public modifier? Save type also a same type. That's the rule we have to follow. Getting friends? Okay, na? Yeah. I think everyone is clear, right? Here. So if suppose I don't have any access modifier, I can say with a.java or b.java or c.java. See now, without having any access modifier, no access modifier is given means that class is called as a default class. When no class having public modifier, we can say with a.java or b.java or c.java. See, I like to say with a.java. See, how can I rename this c.java to a.java? Right click on that class, refactor, rename, just give as a, finish. See friends, is any error came here? See, they don't have any public modifier. So I saved it earlier, don't have public modifier, c.java, any name we can say, your name, my name also we can say, when no class is having public modifier. If any class is having public modifier, save name also must be same type. See now, if I give public, will it accept here? No. Save name is what? A. If we give for this means it will accept. Understood friends concept? Understood? These are the rules we have to follow. See, when don't have any access modifier for any of the classes, we can say with a.java, b.java, c.java, or your name, my name of Java, any name we can say that. If any of the more than one class are there means you supposed to be maintain any access modifier like public means at most only one class can have a public modifier. Which class having public modifier? Save name also must be of same type b.java. Understood friends? Now we will be talking about modifiers. So modifiers are two types are there. First is the axis modifiers. Second is the non-axis modifiers. So axis modifiers means what? Where to axis to represents is called as the axis modifier. Where not to axis, which restricts to axis, that's called as a non-axis modifiers. So like this, we have axis and non-axis. Two types are there. Again, here in axis modifiers, we have four types of axis modifiers are there. One is a public, second is a protected, and third is the default, and fourth is a private modifier. Like this axis modifiers, we have four axis modifiers are there. And non-axis modifiers, totally we have 8 non-axis modifiers are there. Final, static, abstract, strict FP, native, synchronized, transient, and volatile. Final, static, abstract, strict FP, native, synchronized, transient, and volatile. Totally axis modifiers 4 are there. Non-axis totally yes 8 are there. Let me type here for your understanding. Axis modifiers. Next is non-axis modifiers. Tell me friends, what are the 4 axis modifiers we have just discussed? Come on, go ahead. Come on friends.
Public.
Yes.
Public.
Private.
Protected. Okay.
Private.
Default and private. Default and private. These are the yes. And these are the 4 axis modifiers totally we have. And non-axis totally how many are there? 8. What are those? Final, abstract, FP, static,
Native.
native,
Transient.
synchronized, transient, and volatile. Final, abstract, strict FP, static, native, synchronized, transient, and volatile. These are the 8 non-axis and these are the 4 axis modifiers are there. Friends, these 4 axis and 8 non-axis modifiers are applicable to class, applicable to method, applicable to variable. Friends, tell me, how would you define the class? Generally, class name like this we are giving like inside the class keyword, and this class name we are giving like that. Inside the class, what it describes properties and behaviors. What I am giving that int x to some 100 I was giving as a one property, and the behavior return type as a void some m1 giving statement like this. So this is the structure of class. Inside the class we have a property and one behavior is there. So what I am saying that is for every class, for every variable, for every method, yes, access, non-access modifiers are applicable. Yes, before the class keyword, first we give as an access modifier, next we give as a non-access modifier. Same will be giving for variable as well, access, non-access. Here also we give access, non-access. But friends, not all the 4 access modifiers, not all the 8 non-access are applicable to class, variables and methods. Very few access, non-access applicable to class, variables and methods. What are the few access, non-access to class, variables and methods? Now I'll be defining in the down. Here friends, friends, I hope everyone is following right. Don't worry, wherever you stuck, please let me know. So what are the class level access are supposed to be access? Okay, non-access. And what are the method level access modifiers? And what are the non-access for this method are supposed to be access? Variable level access modifiers and variable level non-access. Yeah. Now let's try to enlarge. Fine. Now friends, totally how many access modifiers are there? Tell me totally how many access modifiers are there? 4, right? Out of the 4 access modifiers, how many access modifiers applicable to the class as an access modifier? Means only 2. Only 2. That is public and default. Only these 2 access modifiers applicable for a outer class. And how many non-access modifiers applicable for the class? Out of these 3, how many are applicable? Means only these 3: final, abstract and strict FP. Only these 3 non-access modifiers only applicable for this class as a non-access modifiers. We'll show you everything practically, friends. Okay. And now next is a method level access modifiers. How many are supported? Means yes, all 4 access modifiers. All 4 access modifiers are supported for the method as access modifier. And coming to the method level non-access modifiers. Method level non-access. So among these 8, except transient and volatile, remaining 6 non-access modifiers are applicable non-access for the methods. Yes, no doubt at all. I'll show you practically. Okay, fine. And coming to the variable level access, how many are supposed? How many are supposed to work? All 4 access modifiers are supported for variable as access modifiers. And how many non-access modifiers supports for variable? Means yes, only 4. That is final, static, and transient volatile. Got it, friends? These are the applicable access, non-access for the class, for the method, and for the variable. Friends, is everyone clear till here? Is everyone clear? Friends, let me know. Understand this. Is everyone clear? So forget about what are these things. Okay, what is the nature of this public default? We'll discuss tomorrow. We'll discuss all those things. Understand this. What are applicable, friends? Most of the people, they don't know for what we use. What is the nature also they don't know. Blindly they'll be writing the code. That's not a good practice. We have to know all those things. By knowing these things, so many things in overloading, we'll talk about overriding rules, about to access modifier, about to non-access, about to return type. We have to write. No, not required, sir. I will share the notes, sir. I will share the notes. Not required to write. If you want to write for your practice, for your information, yes, you can write it. Anyhow, I will be sharing all those things. Some people will have the teaching, they'll be writing some notes. Like kind of thing you can write, but not required. I'll share that. Okay, friends. Let me show you practically and the class method and variable what are applicable. Okay. Now see, friends. Let me let it. So, friends, for class, how many axis modifiers are applicable? How many are accessed? Out of 4, all 4 or very few? How many modifiers?
2.
2. Public and default. Giving public is accepted. Not giving any axis modifier represents as a default class. So here I represented default class as angular bracket, right? Don't feel like default will be like this. Default means not giving anything, nothing but as a default to represent. I have given an angular bracket as a default. Okay. Yes, this is a default class. Can it be protected? Has it be protected? No. Outer class is not protected. Private class, is it
No.
accepting? No.
No.
Only public and default access modifiers only applicable for that outer classes. Okay, friends. Okay. And what next after access modifiers we give as a non-access modifiers? Tell me how many non-access modifiers applicable to the class, friends? How many?
4.
3.
3, right? Final, abstract, and strict FP. The nature, what is that? We'll discuss later tomorrow. Okay, just we'll understand that what are the axes. Final, abstract, strict FP. Out of the 8, only these 3 are only applicable, non-access for the class. The nature we'll talk tomorrow. Final is accepted. So yes, documents videos will be get sent after the payment is done, sir. Okay. If anyone is not done, please follow the instructions and please do that. So you'll be getting the recordings. Okay. Today some people are paid. I think you'll be getting recordings. Yes, yes. Today I'll be taking that mail IDs. I already requested to send the mail IDs who has done the payments. So I'll get the information today. Who has done? You'll be getting the recordings and document. Who are not done, please please follow that instruction. Okay. So okay. So final is accepted. Abstract non-access modifier is accepted. Next is what? FP. These 3 are only accepted. Remaining, if I give, gets the error. See here, if I give, is it taking? Is getting the error. Native, is it taking? Error. Synchronize. Getting error, right? Anything we give error. Transient. We are transient. Yeah. Getting there. So native, nothing, volatile, nothing will take. Only the accepted non-access modifiers are final, abstract, and strict FP. Only these 3 non-access modifiers are applicable, non-access for the class. Is everyone clear? Now let's talk about, let me show you method level access, non-access. So for method level, all 4 access modifiers are applicable. So here, inside the class, we have a method, void some m1. So what is the access modifier for this M1? Tell me, friends. What is the access modifier for this M1?
Default.
Come on. Default. Nothing is giving access
Default.
default method. Yes, if I give as the access modifier public means becomes as a public method is accepted. Protected method also is accepted. Private method also is accepted. So all access modifiers applicable for a method. After the axis, we get what? The non-axis modifiers. Friends, out of the 8 non-axis modifiers, how many are accepted? Except transient and volatile. Remaining 6 non-axis modifiers are applicable. Except transient and volatile. Remaining 6, all 6 are accepted. Okay, let me show you -1. Transient. See, transient is accepting, getting error. No. Volatile. Accepting, Don't type completely, friends. VOLA control space. I said right startingly, just in about 3 characters you to give and give the control space. Complete frame will be phrase. See here, transient water will not accept. Remaining everything will accept. Static is accept. Will accept. Yes, final will accept. Okay. FP is accepted. Synchronize accepted, native is accepted, abstract is accepted, everything is accepted. Only the transient and volatile are not accepted, except that remaining 6 non-axis modifiers applicable to the method as a non-axis. Clear? Now come to the variable level. Variable level axis, all 4 axis modifiers are applicable. So here I am giving int x equal to some 100. Tell me what is the axis modifier for this x variable? Come on.
Default.
Default variable. Not giving any axis represents as a default variable. If I give means public variable is accepted and protected variable is accepted. Private variable is accepted. So after axis modifier, we give what are non-axis modifiers. What are the non-axis modifiers applicable to the variable means? Final, static, transient, and volatile. These 4 are only accepted for variable non-axis. Here, final is accepted, static is accepted, transient is accepted, volatile is accepted. Only these 4 accepted. Remaining 4 are not accepted. Okay. Friends, I hope everyone is clear about this information. Today we have discussed about, we have recapped about class and interface, and we have discussed new concept called abstract class. How can we access them? After that, we came to know that axis, non-axis modifiers, how many are there for class, for method, and for variable. What can be accessed, what cannot be accessed. I have shown you in a here, right? Practical. So for your information, I was pinging a chat box. Okay, for your reference, I was pinging you in a chat box. Friends, can you please take down? Got it?
Yeah. Yes.
Hello. What did you say?
I have sent you notes, right? Chat box.
Oh, okay. This
It says I pinged you 2 times. I pinged you. Got right the message?
what should I do this?
Just copy a notepad. Copy a notepad for your reference.
Yeah, we got it.
2 times I pasted, friends. 2 times I pasted in chat box. Please take down the notes and please keep it for your reference. Okay. Please try to understand that what are the axis, non-axis for the class, method, and variable. And tomorrow we'll see that what is the nature of that axis, all 4. What is the nature of the non-axis, all 8. And for class, we are giving what is the nature, what I'm giving access for method, what everything we'll see the natures tomorrow. Okay. Giving public, nature of giving default, final, abstract, given class, method, variables. We'll see one by one. Today we have seen the outline. What are applicable like this. Okay. Friends, any doubts?
When you're telling about class access modifiers, you said like outer class, right? So will there be any other class types?
Sorry?
No, when you said about access modifiers at class level, you said outer class, right? You mentioned outer class, something like that.
Yes.
Are there any class types we have? I mean,
yes, inner class also is there.
Okay.
Outer classes, inner classes we talk.
So
Class
inner
within a class.
also
Class
same.
within a class is called inner class. Class within a
Okay.
class is
For
called.
those,
For them, 4 axis
okay. For
modifiers
that
are applicable. For inner
Okay.
classes, 4 axis modifiers are applicable.
And non-access modifier is also same. Then for inner
Yes,
class.
yes, yes. I will discuss that later. Okay. For inner, see,
Okay.
class means now I am talking about terminology outer class. Outer class means what? Every individual class. Earlier I created class A, class B, class C, individually I created, right? That's called as a
Yeah.
inner class means what? Here. This class B, something like this. Within a B class, one more class I was treating as a class. This is called inner class. Friends, for outer class, how many access are there? Public, default. For inner class, it will take all. Default class is accepted. Public is accepted. Protected class is accepted. Private class is accepted. Got it? For inner class, all 4 access modifiers will take that. But outer class, it takes only 2. Public and we'll discuss inner class later. Okay? Don't worry. Anything else?
So
That's fine.
you
Thank you.
will be sending to us, right, Ravi, today?
Yes. Today I'll be taking that your mail IDs from management, and
Okay.
I'll be sending you the recordings.
Okay.
And from your end also, can you please ask them once to send the videos?
Okay.
From and be requesting them to send. Of course, they said like today they'll be sending your mail IDs. I think 5 people has paid. I think yesterday night only I got information. 5 people has done their commitments. So that 5 mail IDs I'll be taking. I'll be sending that recordings today. And remaining who are joining or continuing, you wants to continue, please do the payments, and you will get the recordings and documents as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, friends, done for today. Tomorrow we'll be enlarging that information about how on class, method, and variables. What if I give access public? What if I give default? What is the nature? How can we access? Accessibility scopes, non-accessible scopes, everything we'll see in the tomorrow session. Yep. Thank you, friends. Done for today. We'll meet tomorrow, same timing with that agenda. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.